Here's a brief look at the dark stormy clouds outside the Weather Network studios from a little earlier today. Now, as of 2 p.m., Pearson International Airport has recorded 11 millimeters of rain. Thunderstorms rolling through the region. Severe thunderstorm watches are in place issued by Environment Canada. These areas are likely to change. Add, take away. We're looking at severe storms pretty much through to the evening. Taking a look at the risk map now. Again, the most severe will be stretching from Windsor all across the Greater Toronto area through into the nation's capital. But we're looking at the severity for east of the city of Toronto to be a little bit later on. Let's take a look at the risk for Wednesday as well. Again, isolated severe possible all across the region. But again, the biggest threat will continue to be pushing east in through parts of southern Quebec and even New Brunswick. Now, we are going to be seeing quite a bit of rain across the Maritime provinces. This is on tap for Wednesday, 20 to 40 millimeters through St. John, New Brunswick, Yarmouth, Nova Scotia. Across the rest of the Maritimes, possibility of 10 to 20 millimeters of rain. Now, yesterday, Alberta was making weather headlines. Severe storms moving through, hail, damaging winds, reports of funnel clouds as well. Here you go, the province's capital. Andrew sent this in. Heavy downpours, damaging winds. Once again, a possibility for the prairie provinces. Just a lot of instability, developing lows that are tapering off, and then some lingering troughs as well. South of the Inner Lakes, we're looking at the potential for some hail through the city of Winnipeg. A lot of heat and humidity across the eastern prairies as well. We'll be right back. It has been a nice day in Vancouver today. Yesterday was no exception. A little bit of cloud cover across the city, but hey, no rain, so that's all you can hope for. And the long weekend is shaping up to be pretty spectacular. Although more rain in and around the city of Vancouver for the rest of the province of BC and then pushing into parts of Alberta as well. We've seen some really active weather across Alberta. Edmonton on Monday, reports of funnel clouds in and around the city there. Temperature-wise, it's not too bad for the evening hours, and it's not too bad for your Wednesday either. Taking a look at Edmonton and Calgary, enjoy these conditions. We're looking at temperatures dropping to 14 degrees in the city of Calgary for your Thursday. As we jump ahead to Wednesday, northwestern Ontario is getting into some active weather, but the stormy conditions are pushing out of southern Ontario into parts of Quebec. Also, a separate area of low pressure bringing quite a bit of rainfall through the Maritimes. We're clear through Newfoundland. Instability across the prairie provinces, isolated thunderstorms in and through the BC interior as well. But southern BC is looking very nice along the coast, and a pleasant day on Thursday as well. And we'll talk about the warm-up just a sec for Vancouver and Victoria as we head into the long weekend. Now, we do have low pressure bringing active weather again through parts of Alberta and Saskatchewan. Humid and hot across southern Ontario, still unsettled through parts of Quebec and the Maritime provinces. Now, for Friday, we'll continue to see active weather pushing east in through Newfoundland as well. We're still warm and somewhat quiet across southern Ontario, but the risk for a little bit of active weather as this low pressure moves in from the States. Stormy conditions not too far away through parts of northwestern Ontario and Manitoba for Friday. Mild conditions across Alberta and BC, and the sun is shining through the southern BC coastal regions. This is how it's looking for your Friday, and for your Saturday in Vancouver, it could be feeling more like 29. So it's shaping up to be a really nice long weekend. Stormy conditions, though, across southern Ontario for your Saturday of the long weekend. Warm through Quebec and the Maritime provinces. Severe thunderstorms moving across southern Ontario today, lingering through the evening hours. You can see the heavy rain coming down in Alliston, Ontario. Multiple calls to our storm line talking about the rain moving sideways, the very strong winds, and even reports of some hail across the Greater Toronto region. The risk continues. You can see, although it pushes east into the nation's capital, parts of southern Quebec as well, and then the risk for northwestern Ontario with more low pressure seeping into the region. Thunder Bay could see some isolated thunderstorms tomorrow, as could Geraldton. Temperatures still hot in the nation's capital even through the evening hours. Wednesday afternoon, we are still feeling much like summer on August 1st. Enjoy it. Here's a look at some of the storm damage that affected parts of southern Manitoba. On Monday, the cleanup was underway after storms ripped through the region on Sunday, downing trees, downing power lines. Reports of very heavy downpours, localized flooding as well. Tornado watches were in effect. We're looking at the risk for severe weather once again. It never really ends for the prairies during the summer months. A lot of heat and humidity as well, and more rain through parts of Winnipeg, Brandon, and Regina as well possible for today. In the evening hours, we're still looking at really warm conditions. Winnipeg 29, Thompson 19, Regina 25. Warm conditions as well for your Wednesday, and the heat and the humidity will linger around through Thursday. Well, a beautiful day at Quebec Beach. You can see the beautiful blue sky reflecting into the water there. Thank you, Mario, for sending that in. Gorgeous conditions for some of you across the Atlantic provinces. We had a few rumbles of thunder early this morning through St. John's, Newfoundland, but that's starting to taper off, although more active weather is expected. In fact, a lot of heavy rain in and through the maritime provinces for Wednesday, and then looking at some active weather pushing east of Ottawa into parts of southern Quebec as well later today and in through Wednesday. Temperature-wise, it's been very hot across the maritime provinces. 28 degrees in Halifax. Looking at nice temperatures as well for Wednesday, 21, but again, the risk for rain showers.